Hello, my name is Hanadee Yacoub, and I'm here to present my argument for why gay marriage should be legalized in all states. Political activist and avid fighter for gay rights, Harvey Milk once stated, "It takes no compromise to give people their rights. It takes no money to respect the individual. It takes no survey to remove repression. Every citizen will fight for equality, but it seems that people will only lend a helping hand upon hearing the ruining of personal freedom rather than of all freedom." The issue of gay marriage has escalated quite quickly in the past several years, garnering hundreds of thousands of supporters and rivals alike. The discussion of hand supports and the notion of that all men and all women retain the right to pursuit of happiness, and anything to the contrary would directly violate the constitutional rights established by this country's forerunners. A defense in the name of human rights will erect itself under the claim that all men and women are equal, retaining the right to claim foul play if the government supports contradictory views to that of the majority. Now we must establish why there is a need for support on gay marriage. There are currently 15 states which gay marriage is illegal or barely legal under very narrow specific circumstances. An example is irrelevant to our discussion today is the matter of interracial marriage. Up until 1967, the discussion of interracial marriage swept the nation. Most citizens looked with disgust upon a couple who refused to pursue monochromatic relationships. According to Stephanie Conantez, acclaimed author and historian, the amount of people in the United States who oppose interracial marriage outweighed the amount of people in support for its claims to freedom. The case took states by storm. The widespread panic for 70% of the U.S. population fought against the thought of two people of different skin color forming union. The judiciary understood that even through a majority claim to fight in opposition of the law, the rights of the people would not be driven by the discrimination of others. Ergo, the modern judiciary must look upon the opposition, seeing that to impede the rights of free American citizens would contradict the very doctrine that held the nation together for more than 200 years. In order to satisfy the need for justice with LGBT community, we must do a couple things. Spreading awareness about human rights and through the usage of empathy and analogies to ideas and people will understand and jump into. Awareness takes many forms. Through the use of art, public events, speaking on soapboxes, protests, and the people can get ideas heard and disseminated in a varied way. Raising funds for groups such as Pride and LGBT community so they may hire lawyers for important cases. The money will help them get better lawyers to defend the rights of all gay, lesbian, and trans people in the United States of America. Now, what kind of reaction are we trying to achieve through the means? Let me tell you. Like stated earlier, spreading awareness will help start a discussion on what is occurring within the United States. Through empathy, people will be more willing to listen what you have to say, even though they may not agree with it. Once a cause is on the brain, the majority of the naysayers, it will put even more pressure to state legislature to rule the rights of the LGBT community. Raising the funds will not only go to the lawyers, but it will also go to the people who have been affected by harsh laws. Helping out with health care payments for a couple who are recognized as providers because of the state's laws against marriage. Helping out with people who have been displaced from their families because of unaccepting culture, creating a healthy LGBT community which will dominate into healthier American families. Now we must act in these ways. Go to local LGBT chapters to take part in public events, Pride Month, fundraising for displaced people, and raising money for the cases against the LGBT community. These people are faced and speak out when there are people crying out for intolerance and hate. In conclusion, the end in sight, we are winning this fight to bring more equality to those that need it the most. While the road looked tough, remember that Harvey Milk once said, "It takes no compromise to give people their rights."